Good morning, America. As the sun rises over our cities and towns, there's a new energy in the air, a sense of anticipation, a hint of something different. Today, we're waking up to a day that feels more like late spring than the tail end of winter. It's March 3rd, 2026, and while the calendar says we're still weeks away from the official start of spring, Mother Nature seems to have other plans. If you're living anywhere in the Midwest or Northeast, you might be rubbing your eyes in disbelief this morning. The familiar chill of early March has vanished, replaced by a gentle warmth that's coaxing buds from the trees and smiles from passers-by. It's the kind of day that makes you double-check your weather app, wondering if you've somehow skipped straight to May. People are stepping outside, surprised and delighted, as if the world has hit fast forward on the seasons. A powerful surge of warm air is sweeping across the country, pushing temperatures far above what's typical for this time of year. Jackets are being left behind, and the air feels almost balmy, a rare treat for early March. From the shores of the Great Lakes, down to the Gulf Coast, and all the way east to the Atlantic, millions of Americans are stepping outside to enjoy this unexpected warmth. Parks are filling up, sidewalks are bustling, and there's a contagious sense of joy in the air. For many, this is the warmest stretch of weather since last October. Scarves and gloves are being swapped for sunglasses and short sleeves. It's a wardrobe change that feels almost ceremonial, a collective celebration of the sun's return. This isn't just a pleasant day, it's a major weather event. The winter blues are melting away as people flock to parks, lay out on the grass, and soak up every precious ray of sunshine. It's a reminder of how quickly our moods can shift with the weather. Across the country, children are tossing frisbees, joggers are out in force, and outdoor cafes are suddenly packed. The city feels alive in a way that only happens when winter finally loosens its grip. But what's behind this dramatic change? The answer lies high above us, in the powerful currents of the jet stream. This invisible river of air is steering mild southern breezes far to the north, allowing warm air to flood regions that are usually still shivering. In the days ahead, we'll break down the science behind this phenomenon, look at the records being shattered, and talk about some of the risks that come with such a rapid warm-up, like flooding from melting snow, or the temptation to plant gardens a little too early. Nature is responding too. Flowers are blooming ahead of schedule, and even the bees seem a little confused by the early bounty. It's a vivid reminder of how interconnected we are with the rhythms of the seasons. So grab your sunglasses, step outside, and take a deep breath of this incredible March air. Let's dive into the story of this remarkable heat wave and see what it means for the days and weeks ahead. Let's talk numbers, because what's happening right now isn't just a little warm spell, it's a full-on weather event that's rewriting the record books and catching even seasoned meteorologists off guard. The numbers we're seeing are truly remarkable, and they're affecting millions of people across the country. This isn't your average warm-up. People are ditching their heavy coats and scarves, trading them for t-shirts and sunglasses, and heading outside to soak up the unexpected sunshine. Parks that would normally be empty in early March are suddenly bustling with activity, as everyone tries to make the most of this rare warmth. Across the Midwest and Northeast, temperatures are soaring 15 to 25 degrees above average for this time of year. That means cities that should be shivering are instead basking in warmth more typical of late April or even May. The weather maps are lit up in shades of orange and red, signaling just how widespread and intense this heat is. Take Chicago and Pittsburgh, for example. Normally these cities would be stuck in the low 40s, maybe even dealing with lingering snow or chilly winds, but now they're seeing highs in the 60s and even 70s. It's the kind of weather that has people double-checking their calendars to make sure it's really still March, and this isn't just a one-day fluke. The warmth is sticking around day after day, with sunny skies and mild nights. For many, it's the warmest air they've felt since last October, and it's turning what's usually a dreary stretch of late winter into a preview of spring. Records are being challenged and in some cases, shattered across the region. Local news stations are leading with stories about the unseasonable heat, and weather apps are lighting up with alerts about new highs. It's quickly becoming a March to remember, with meteorologists scrambling to keep up with the changing numbers. Just last week, southern Texas hit a staggering 106 degrees, the hottest temperature ever recorded in the United States during meteorological winter. That's not just unusual, it's historic, and it's a clear sign that something extraordinary is happening in our atmosphere. Now that southern heat is expanding north and east, pushing warm air into places that are usually still thawing out from winter. It's like someone hit the fast-forward button on the seasons and suddenly, spring is arriving weeks ahead of schedule. Trees are budding, flowers are blooming, and people are packing away their winter gear. It's a dramatic shift, and meteorologists are watching closely as the atmosphere rewrites the weather map in real time. Satellite images show massive swaths of warm air moving across the country, and weather centers are buzzing with activity as experts try to predict what's coming next. For many, this is more than just a pleasant surprise. It's a sign of a major pattern change. The sudden warmth is raising questions about what the rest of the season will bring, and whether this is a preview of more extremes to come. So, as people in cities from New York to Boston trade snow boots for sandals and fill outdoor cafes, let's take a closer look at how specific cities are feeling the heat, and what this extraordinary warmth means for the weeks ahead. Pittsburgh is about to shatter expectations, and maybe some records. Highs from 66 to 76 degrees are forecasted through the weekend, a level not seen since last October. Saturday could challenge the daily record of 74 degrees from 1946, and even tie the 76-degree mark from 1983. Parks along the rivers will be packed as residents trade winter coats for sunglasses. This is more than a mood boost, it's a historic turnaround from winter's chill. While a few showers are possible, the main story is the extraordinary, record-challenging warmth. It's a preview of spring arriving in style. Keep an umbrella handy, but get ready to enjoy a rare March heat wave. Pittsburgh is leading the charge into this early taste of summer. Down south, the heat is even more intense, and it's making its presence known in a big way. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, cities across the southeast are feeling the full force of an early-season sizzle that's turning heads and breaking a sweat. In Nashville, the mercury is set to soar to 80 degrees by Friday. The first time this year the city will reach such heights. It's a milestone that signals not just a change in the weather, but a shift in the mood of the city. Locals are trading jackets for t-shirts, and the parks are coming alive with the colors of spring. Trees are blooming, and the city's famous music scene is spilling outdoors, with street performers and open-air concerts drawing crowds eager to soak up the sun. Meanwhile, Atlanta is already ahead of the curve. The city saw unseasonably warm temperatures as early as February, and now, highs in the low to mid-80s are expected to stick around for several days. These temperatures are not just unusual. They're putting long-standing records at risk of being broken. Residents are adapting quickly, with sunglasses and cold drinks becoming daily essentials, and the city's bustling streets reflecting the energy of a summer day in the heart of spring. With this early taste of summer, parks and patios are filling up fast. Families, friends, and visitors are flocking to outdoor spaces, eager to enjoy the sunshine after months of cooler weather. Cafes and restaurants are opening their patios, and laughter fills the air as people gather to celebrate the warmth. It's a vibrant scene, with the southeast basking in a golden glow that feels almost like a holiday. But while the sunshine is a welcome relief for many, this stretch of dry, hot weather comes with its own set of challenges. The relentless sun is drying out grass and gardens, and people are taking precautions, donning wide-brimmed hats, seeking shade, and staying hydrated as the heat intensifies. The lack of rain is starting to take a toll on the landscape. Fields and forests are showing signs of stress, with parched ground and brittle vegetation becoming more common. Fire officials are issuing warnings as wildfire risks climb, urging residents and visitors alike to be vigilant, especially in rural and wooded areas where a single spark could spell disaster. It's a time for celebration, but also for caution. In small towns and rural communities, families are gathering for picnics and hikes, but they're also keeping an eye on fire danger signs and following safety guidelines. The beauty of the season is matched by the need for awareness and responsibility. Across the region, the warm weather is energizing cities and towns alike. People are out and about, enjoying festivals, markets, and outdoor events. But with the heat comes the reminder to stay alert. Hydration, sunscreen, and shade are more important than ever as temperatures climb. The southeast is getting a jump start on summer, and the excitement is palpable. Children are playing in sprinklers and splash pads while adults gather for barbecues and outdoor fun. Yet the contrast between joyful gatherings and the dry, sun-baked landscapes is a reminder that this early heat wave brings both pleasures and perils. As the southeast continues to sizzle, the heat is on the move. Let's take a look at how the Midwest is joining in on this remarkable warm-up, and what it could mean for the rest of the country. The Midwest isn't missing out. Chicago and Detroit are in for a dramatic March meltdown. Chicago will see highs in the mid-60s on Friday, a huge leap from the usual 40s. Detroit follows suit with mid-60s on Saturday, giving residents a much-needed break from winter. This warmth is part of the same jet stream pattern, pushing mild air all the way to the Great Lakes. While the temperatures feel like May, some rain showers may tag along. Think April showers, just a month early. It's a reminder of how quickly weather can shift, turning snow into spring in a matter of days. For Chicago and Detroit, it's a chance to enjoy the outdoors and shake off the winter blues. The Midwest is embracing this early spring, even if it comes with a few raindrops. Let's head east to see how New York City is heating up. The Big Apple is next in line for a spring preview. By the weekend, New York City could see mid-60s, the warmest since early November. Central Park and city streets will come alive as New Yorkers shed their winter layers. This warm-up is the grand finale of the eastward push, transforming the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Boston. Outdoor spaces, restaurants, and parks will be buzzing with activity and optimism. It's a powerful reminder of how weather can energize an entire city. This isn't just a local event, it's a massive ridge of high pressure reshaping the weather for millions. As New York basks in May-like warmth, it's the perfect example of our interconnected atmosphere. What's driving this spring preview? It's all about the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above us. Normally the jet stream dips south in winter, bringing cold air, but now it's bulging north, creating a ridge that lets warm southern air surge far north. This ridge is redrawing the temperature map, giving northern cities a taste of southern spring. Meanwhile, out west, a trough brings cooler, unsettled weather, a classic seesaw effect. The atmosphere is always balancing itself, and this week, the east is on the warm side of the scale. These patterns can lock in for days, explaining why this isn't just a one-day event. Meteorologists track the jet stream closely. It's the key to forecasting big swings like this. This week, it's the reason for our May-like temperatures in March. But with warmth comes new risks. Let's take a look. This dramatic warm-up isn't all sunshine, there are real risks. In the central states, warm, moist air collides with cooler air, setting the stage for strong thunderstorms and even severe weather. The Storm Prediction Center is on alert, as the clash of air masses could bring downpours, hail, and gusty winds. Meanwhile, the southeast faces a different threat. Prolonged heat and dryness are elevating wildfire danger. Drought conditions, especially in Florida, are worsening, and even a small spark could lead to major fires. Burn bans and fire weather watches are likely as authorities urge caution. Enjoy the warmth, but stay weather aware. Hazards can develop quickly in these conditions. This is the flip side of our beautiful March weather. Let's look at what this early warmth means for the weeks ahead. So, what does this all mean? This March warm-up is a vivid reminder of how quickly seasons can shift. It's a psychological boost, gets people outdoors, and will be remembered for its intensity and record-breaking warmth. But it's also a preview of spring's risks, severe storms in the central U.S. and wildfire dangers in the southeast. This event is a wake-up call for tornado-prone areas to review safety plans and for everyone to stay alert. The impacts go beyond temperature. They affect agriculture, public safety, and our ecosystems. As we enjoy this taste of spring, let's appreciate the power and complexity of our weather. Stay weather aware, because the next big story is always just around the corner. We'll be here tracking it for you every step of the way.